Hey, what's up? What's up, Crispy? Or I'm sorry, hold on. Top bastard nuggets. What's up, bro? Uh you guys have to excuse me. First of all, I'm sorry for being late. Actually I think it was the last 2 weeks, I did hit 10 a.m. was the start time. And then like always, who knows the run time. But today I pushed it up to 4 because I had a little thing last night where I was out of a rescue inhaler and I had a little issue and needed to go deal with the urgent care and getting an inhaler. And I still have to go get it in like 45 minutes. So this can be a short stream today. I don't have Gary joining me. And I'm just going to kind of, it's just to keep the algorithm pattern to say hi to you good folks. Cause yeah, it was just a little scare, but it's all good. I don't really get scared off by stuff like that with everything I do. I stay in shape, but yeah, thanks, Crispy. Yes, I you can hear I'm breathing better. It's rare, man. Every once in a while, I have an asthma attack, something that heats it up, and yeah, I'd been out of a rescue inhaler for a while, and when I had COVID in the summer of 2020 when it was still nobody there was no vac whether you did the vaccine or not doesn't matter because there wasn't a vaccine. This is like the early days of COVID, and so uh, that's when they said I had asthma again. And I'd had it as a kid, but I hadn't had it in like 20 years. And so they gave me an inhaler. And oddly, during the course of the 2 years of the pandemic, my doctor, who was like 55 and in amazing shape, he was a marathon runner. He passed away during COVID, not from COVID, but he passed away during COVID. So they told me, here's some rescue inhalers, but you'll have to go see your doctor. Well, I don't have a new doctor, so I had to go back to the emergency room. The emergency room is my doctor, I guess, right now. So sadly, that's what it is. And um, yeah, I mean, I have been putting it off because during the pandemic, I was like, I'm not going to look for a doctor, uh, but now it's probably time. I probably should find one. Uh, Yeah, Sensei at 55. And dude, if you could see this guy, like he climbed like I climbed the 14ers here in Colorado, 14,000 foot mountains. He had done like all of them. He ran marathons. He biked up in the mountains on all these like 50-mile, 100-mile day trips. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, and just he was actually hiking when he died and they found him. So, uh, some kids called in a heart attack on the trail, and yeah, yeah, for sure, dude. And that's I had that last night was somewhat. I don't know. I didn't really feel like 100% like an asthma attack, but then I went for my inhaler, and uh, again, you guys, I had asthma till I was about 14 or 15, from when I like as a child to like 14, and then I didn't have it at all. And I had never had an attack again until June of 2020, 3 months into the pandemic. So the timing was odd, and I was very sick in that June of 2020. So I don't even know for sure that it was asthma again or what, but I've had a rescue inhaler around. That shows how little I've needed it because they only gave me two, and that was June of 2020. Um, so it's not like I'm using it much. But last night I did need it, and I had been out for a while, and so that's on me. That's my bad. Um, yeah, he was doing what he loves. You can't. It's man, it's just crazy. Like you have to know this guy. Like he was not only was he my doctor, he was like we would go. Not all the time, but we had been out hiking or biking or whatever too. He was always doing stuff, but he had like all these great therapies. Like he had infrared sauna in his office. I don't know if you guys have ever done any of that, but that stuff is amazing for detoxing your body. If you can, by the way, if you ever get a chance and you see an infrared sauna, check it out because, yeah. So luckily, I noticed it happening last night, so I went in. I knew that I'd been out of a rescue inhaler for a while, and they kind of even got in my face about it a little bit, but almost like because I went to the same place, and they were just like, "Well, you were here 2 years ago. We told you to get a doctor." I said, "Well, my doctor passed away, but I haven't wanted to find a doctor yet, but it's time. So I will I will get one. But just so you guys know, like asthma. Yeah, I've had my inhaler with me, but I back court. I, for those of you that don't know, I think you all know I backcountry snowboard. I do everything, and I don't even pull the inhaler out in a given day. It's I don't need it when I'm hiking at 14,000 feet. So that asthma that they said that I had in June of 2020, it was when they were doing my background, and they were like, and again, I was in an urgent care. You got to remember, June of 2020 was when everybody was like, "Oh, we don't know what to do with this thing that's going on in this sickness." They had identified it. They had warned us we were at home, but nobody knew what to, so anything they could put it on. So I was telling them my past, I was like, "Well, I had asthma as a kid." It's almost like they were like, "Asthma, that's what you have." Like, really? Because I haven't in a long, like, well, it must have come back. Sorry. Like, okay, well, really? But yeah, so they gave me a steroid shot in my buttocks. Um, so yeah, that's always fun. And a little oxygen therapy just to get it back up there for me. But yeah, I see that. No, I see it, crispy nuggets. I got to keep. Uh, I do have to keep one with me. I will say that honestly, though, the few times like I felt like I've needed it, even since I've had it, it's like I think I'm just convincing my mind it's working. I'm not even sure it's doing anything. So you know, I, I keep in pretty good health. If there's times that maybe a week or something goes by where I can't do as much, that's just life. But month to month, week to week, day to day, I keep a pretty good regimen, and part of that's just because I live in an amazing place for that. So, yeah, it was a little worrisome, but I'm past it, and that's why obviously, if it had been too bad, I wouldn't have made the live today. But I'm gonna have to end it in like 40 minutes or like 35 minutes because I got to go get my medicine, at least get that inhaler on me. Uh, Sometimes tricking your mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's So what did he say to me? I'm not an inhaler denier, bro. I'm a I'm a I'm an inhaler buyer, I guess, because I have to go buy one. Yeah, let me say hi to everybody here. What's up, Crispy? Or what's up, Sensei? What's up, Freestyle? Hi, Driven Mom. Hi, Fire. What's up, Joe? Let's play DoorDash. What's up, Emily? How are you? Inhaler buyer. And that's the other thing too, man. So after all this, they wrote me a script for one inhaler. I guess they're still trying to point out, go find your doctor, man. But I'm like thinking, what if that takes me a minute? You can't. What if you're saying I have it? I'm not going to have it by the time this inhaler's done. You can't write me two. Come on, dude. We all know why we go to urgent care because you guys are quick. You charge us more. It's like expediting a package, man. We expect a little more too. It's like, you almost want to use the terms that we would use with each other. Like, come on, man, hook it up. Don't. It's this. It's this one crap. um, Obviously, you guys can tell though. I have not had a major asthma attack. I'm fine. In fact, I would go hiking later. My son and I are supposed to go hiking, but I don't. I'm probably not gonna. But that's just me, man. I just. Okay, I like this. if you start that group, can I be an admin or a moderator or? Oh man, I need in on that. Hey Holly, what's up? Okay, so Holly's in here. Joe from Let's Play DoorDash are in here. So you guys, I have been tasked with putting together 5 para panels. Where is the list? It's funny. I actually have a paper list because I was on the phone with Chan from Para, and I had actually no device on me. Even my phone wasn't with me because I had Bluetooth on. I had my what is it? My AirPods in. But okay, so 5 weeks in a row. Starting this, the record time shouldn't matter to you guys because we're pre-recording these, but they're going to debut every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Over the next 6 weeks, there will be 5 weeks because of Labor Day. That week will be skipped. Otherwise, for the next 6 weeks, there will be 5 para panels that will drop on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can do the math for the other ones. Right before Kim's live. So it'll go right before Kim does her live on Tuesday, and it'll like buckle right up to it. So if it's, if one ends up being 50 minutes and one ends up being an hour 5, then I'll make it an hour 5 before Kim's. It'll like literally buckle right up to it. So it'll make it easier to remember when these are coming out. These will be the para panels. And I actually was talking in deeper yesterday with the team, and I actually am tasked with putting a different panel together for each of these topics. So, except for the last one, I had to ask, obviously I could double up on that one. And you guys will know why in a second, because there's some of those people that I wanted to use in the weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. So week 1 will be this Tuesday. And if it got a little confusing because of Labor Day thing, like I'll explain it on when the other 4 will be afterwards. But I will be moderating the para panels. They have asked me to do so. David will be with me on all of them, and we may have one other para person on a couple. But for the most part, I've been tasked with putting the panels together. And here's the 5 topics. So this week's topic that will come out Tuesday is driver safety. So driver safety, huge thing. We're going to talk about that. Week 2, which will be the Tuesday or the week after Labor Day. So the Tuesday, not the day after Labor Day, but a week from that, will be week 2. And that will be called Pro Declined. That'll be professional DoorDash decliners. Week 3, do algorithms decide the pay? So we will have a panel based on just do algorithms decide the pay? And also understand with this, like on that one, here, a perfect example. On that one, it'll be David and I, and most likely I'm going to bring in Jeff on that, the coder for Para. So when we're talking about do algorithms decide the pay, I want to have the coder from Para there too. And Jeff's, you guys have probably met Jeff on other things on my channel before. He's a good guy. He just doesn't like to do a lot of these, but this one he'll like. Week 4 is staying motivated and coping with stress. So that's going to be a big one too. And week 5 is rise of women in the gig economy. So that one will be David and I, and obviously a panel of women. And that's why I was saying that one was the one I had to say to Chan, I might need a little overlap value here because I might want to use some of these same women in the other panels before too. So I just had to okay with her, but obviously that whole panel will be women. I'll only be asking like 3 or 4, maybe 4. Yeah, I'll have to see. So Sensei, you can't be on Rise of the Women. Oh my god. Unless you can be the what do they call it when like an actor, the understudy. You could be the understudy for David. So if David, CEO from Para, can't be at that one, you could be the understudy, and you could be David on that one. I'll bring you in as the understudy, and then we can do that. But I'm excited about this, you guys. I work with these guys all the time. I think very highly of a lot of things they do. By the way, you guys, let me put this in the chat. Somebody click that link and make sure that it goes to the right page. I think I put it in there right. I'm in StreamYard, so I can't really driver right stuff. It should go to. This is not a union battle. You know me. I don't agree with that stuff. This is not. This is not fighting for, or striking Instacart for better pay. This is for transparency. So, but if somebody could click that link I just put in that says para workers rights, and then it goes to driversrights.org, and give me a thumbs up or whatever. Let me know that, okay, drivers rights. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's not, you guys, it's not a movement like, like let's, like I was saying, it's not one of these, let's strike one of the platforms and do a virtual strike from home. It's not looking for union money. It's not looking for better pay. I mean, it is, but really what it is it's asking for 100% transparency, which that's why I've been tasked with the roundtables, and that's my position with Para is driver advocate. So since its beginning, that has been my role. So I'm supposed to be the guy who challenges the team itself when I'm being asked questions by day-to-day drivers. So if you've ever wondered like what my role is, I do it a lot. I mean, really, they ask me to do way step outside of those boundaries, and I'm happy to. But my first job I was ever given with them, or task I was given, and the first thing that I've ever my role the whole time has been defined as driver advocate. So I'm here for you guys to take your guys' voice to the para team and the para table, and I know which person to go to, who to talk to, and so I'm actually in a really good position to listen, even though the para team is too. Trust me. Any of you guys that have met any of the para team, they're more than willing to sit down with everybody and give you their ear. Okay, but everybody's so busy with their tasks that a lot of times it was coming through me, especially the first year before before and during the when it went down. So, what's up, Digital Nomad? You out? It's all experimenting. It's really great. There are thousands of experiments running in parallel every month. Right. Well, so what I'm trying to do there, Nomad, as I've dubbed you. What's up, man? What I'm really trying to do there is, and what we're trying to do at Para is just make sure that because they hire teams of people to hide things, that's our job, is basically to undo their work. It's, if you're going to hire 100 coders to literally mask something into non-transparency that organically shows is transparent. Okay, so if they just let the system be without any extra coding, what comes through the pipe is actually full transparency. So that would tell you that that's the right way to let this go anyway. When you need to have a whole team of coders get on there to cover this up, I mean, even the word itself, or the term itself, cover up, alludes never to something good. It's, you're covering something up. It's, to take something that organically comes through as 100% transparent. Here's how much you'll be paid, and here's how far it is. Here's the map, everything, and say, how do we hide this information, and how much of it can we hide? And to have a team that does that, well, that's what we at Para have been always trying to do, is undo that. Okay, you did that. We're going to take it away, and through this app, we're going to show what you should be seeing. So, again, this goes back to why I'm an independent contractor, going back to 1998. So wait, when I say that, I don't even mean gig apps, you guys. Like, I am an independent contractor through and through. I write for I've written for newspapers. I've worked for a laser company and still do since 1998. I um I I don't anymore, but for 5 years I was a technician for a penny machine company. All of these intertwined with each other. So I had, my 80% of my work pre-pandemic, or 70% of my work was production, laser production, or maybe a little pyrotechnics or a little lighting, but primarily laser. So doing big production shows around the world, lasers on all the Carnival cruise lines, lasers. Um, but that's an independent contractor gig. I get, and again, everybody says that, to be an independent contractor, you have to be able to write your own price. Well, that is true in a lot of times, but just so you guys know, you don't, that's not actually any part of the definition. Like, I'm an independent contractor for the laser company now, and I was salary with them for 3 years. However, that was the first 3 years while I was learning everything, and very quickly learned that salary is a very scary position to take. Um, as, if you do, be very careful, be very confident in the company you're going to take a salary position with. And again, laser is awesome to me. They just needed to work me to make sure I knew everything. But salary positions, I would triple check them before you take them these days, because usually there's not any kind of, well, what happens if you need me 60 hours a week? Even if they tell you, no, we never do. This is for 40 hours a week. I mean, unless that language is in there, what if, or I can give you one a month at 60, or some kind of language in your terms. I mean, you could end up working 40 hours a week for a month, and then they put you on 60 hours a week and just say, well, your salary. So anyway, there's a lot coming up with Para. I do want to talk. So here's some other things, though, guys. I at least should get this out today, since I'm going to have to go and get my that inhaler here in a little bit. But so, okay, so Monday night we're recording, or Monday we're recording the first Para roundtable, which will drop Tuesday before Kim's live show. Monday night, tomorrow night, I have the last Rideshare Rodeo live summer co-host thing I've been doing. I have the last one with Jason Thierry on here, from the Gig Economy podcast. He will be doing the last one with me, and then I'll be moving it back to the audio world. But don't worry, other things will be coming here. Let's see, what else? This Wednesday, the 31st. This is big, you guys. 12 or 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific is going to be the third time I have had my pleasure of having Mr. Mike Harubi on the show. Mike has been in Congress. Mike has worked with Massachusetts on every law pertaining to jobs, the the National Labor Board. He has written documents, and now he's got his website where he's the president, New Jobs America, and he is fighting for our rights behind the scene to be independent. And he is going to bring us some of the most scary information, he said, that we've talked about yet. This will be our third time, the third time I've had the pleasure of having him on. And he said that in his email to me, I even put it in I already posted a thing about it, because it's this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I suggest you join live if you can, if you're out working, even whatever, get in the live chat and ask questions, because he wrote a 7,000, I don't remember, 7,000, I can't remember, some huge national legislation, to to fight the PRO Act, and he's also going against Massachusetts. And this is a guy that has a lot of weight behind him. He's got a lot of experience that we'll talk about when I'm introducing him. And I would also suggest to maybe go back and check out the other two Mike Karubi pieces, because they're both really good. But he's telling me that both other times I asked him on, this time he emailed me and he said, I think that you might want to do a piece with me soon, and then went on to break it down. And so I took that email and I put it in the description at the top or on the coming event. So if you YouTube search Rideshare Rodeo and you see upcoming Mike Karubi, click that and look at the details, and you'll see a little bit of what he's talking about, because that's going to be some scary stuff. I have the roundtables booked out for the next 5 weeks on Thursdays. So this coming Thursday will be September 1st, and that's going to be Dashing Grandpa. And I'm really excited to have Brandon on with our panel, because I've had Brandon on privately, but I don't think any of our panels had Brandon on and really experienced how insightful and fun he can be. So I'm excited to have him on. It proves we go from CEOs to other gig workers to, we have everybody on that show. So in fact, Driver Sensei, look out, man, because one day I'm gunning for you for that show. I'm coming, brother. The September 2nd, Friday, Driver Nation. Now we're simulcasting Driver Nation on my YouTube channel from tncradio.live. So you can listen to it on the radio through the app, or you can watch it on YouTube. Saturday, I do the 13 minutes of news. Sunday FUNDAY. And then there's two things coming up. Oh, the one thing I wanted to tell you was the second Tuesday in September, I am having the Long Island Dash experience back. And Lou and Mary, I don't even know what we're going to do. I just love having those guys on. But hey, guys, I just got what's up, Roy? Hey, good morning, Roy. Good morning, Roy. I just had to check the time. I saw you noticed that, Sensei. You guys, I really gotta get over and get this inhaler, and I just got a text that it's in. So I am cutting this that short, but that's how much I love you guys. I showed up, I conquered, I made it, and next week I will be back. Gary will be here when he can on Sundays, but next week I'll be back with a full Sunday FUNDAY. In fact, I'm already planning on it. Might even be a super long one, because my son has something going on that day. So I'm looking at actually starting it early and maybe letting it run a long one. But you guys, thank you very much. If I didn't have to do this, I'd keep it going. But it's been a long night, and I gotta go. I gotta go get that inhaler. The old inhaler was on 0 for too long, and I probably got 8-9 sprays beyond 0. But like breathing. Hey, man, since they start that group, if you start that group, I'll join it. But yeah, as you guys heard, I have a super full week with the para panel, with tomorrow, everything. So I really need to lay low today. But next week I will be back here. Hopefully Gary will be here too. But if not, I'll still be here. So, and I'm planning on running a really long one. In fact, I'm planning on doing some fun things I want to do today. So you guys have a good one. Be safe out there, and go make some money, and be good to people, dude. Let's all be good to people. Be good to people. Be good to friends, people you don't care for, strangers, whoever. Just be good to people. Peace.